much drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 30. Well, he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Rico Gafford, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Extra point.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived? Very, very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now Davis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here's a first down throw that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. Third among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down and much more here for Jones. And down to the 19-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They keep it with Davis on first down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
2nd and 6.
Second and 6. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 48.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quickly to Thielen here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, Peterson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you.
He fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this will be brought back to the 22. That was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
To Julio Jones.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
To number 3.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Down, Falcons.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick 6, and I don't know, the rest of the second half shaping up to be very interesting. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Davis now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Harrison Smith.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They run with Patterson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Well, yet again, Ryan is intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score. Vikings 28. Falcons 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And Stills over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Rico Gafford, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo and didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a yard at the 31-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Stills complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Now Ryan on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones.
Complete to
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 49-yard line.
Throwing again. Ryan. Flush to his right. Right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Lions pass taken in by Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He picked off down at the 10, and the return will stop right around the 25. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And it's caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Falcons 28. Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's Ryan. Dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll look to throw. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Dumped out at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Come out with a